Hey, what's up you guys? In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the cheap means of transportation that I'm going to be using to get me around the globe. Yes, fully around the globe. I plan on visiting 20 countries while I'm away, Bali being one of them, which is on the complete opposite side of the world from where I currently am. Too many people think getting around the globe will cost them an arm and a leg, but if I can do it and my only means of income are bussing tables, anybody can do it. As with anything with trip planning, doing this for as cheap as possible is going to take a lot of research beforehand. I broke down a bit of my trip for you guys in my quitting my job to travel the world vlog, but today I'm going to break it down for you even more. This is everything I'm using to get me around the globe for 6 months for under 3 grand. Whoa, 3 grand, Lindsay, that's not cheap. Hold up, and keep in mind I said under 3 grand. About $2,573 to be exact. Let's calculate real quick how much the average American spends every month on transportation by having a car. Something you wouldn't be using if you were going to travel the world for 6 months without it. My car insurance is about $250 a month and I spend about $100 a month on gas. That might be different for you if you have a different type of car and you travel further during the month than I do. But let's just lowball and say $350 a month for transportation, not including oil changes, accidents, maintenance, etc. We won't even add that in. So that's about $2,100 for 6 months. The total cost of all my plane tickets and all my Eurail passes and bus tickets is going to be about $2,500. Whoa, an extra $400 to get out of your daily routine and go see the world. Quite a hefty price. Alright, time to break down how I got to that number. So the biggest tool I've been using for flights is Skyscanner. Skyscanner makes it insanely easy to find cheap flights because it lets you compare each day to the next. You can even compare up to a whole month at a time. So when I first started planning my trip, I checked outgoing flights from Atlanta to every single country in Europe that I wanted to go to. As most of you know, I picked going to Ireland first, so I wouldn't have to fly to Ireland from Europe and then fly back into Europe. I'm just going to go to Ireland, then Europe, and not have to take another plane while I'm in Europe. So Ireland was the ideal place to start. Flights from Atlanta for a non-stop flight were almost $1,000 one way, if I didn't want to change airports in New York City. You can imagine how awful that would be, especially since I'm going to be alone. So I decided to check out other airports. My family lives in New York and I would love to say goodbye to them before I leave on my trip, so I decided to check the airports in New York. Check out that difference. I saved about $800 in deciding to leave from New York as opposed to Atlanta. You know how cheap it is to get to New York from Atlanta? If you don't have a car, you can get a $128 bus ticket. You're still saving an insane amount of money by doing that as opposed to leaving from the city that you're in. So make sure you really do your research when looking for these flights, as you can almost always find a cheaper price than the first one that you see. So with a checked bag and taxes, let's just round that up to about $250, and we're gonna start our trip calculator over here in the corner. So then I'll be in Ireland for about 3 weeks and I'll be getting around by walking through the cities and taking buses from city to city. You can always get one-way bus tickets for pretty cheap. I'll be visiting about 4 cities in Ireland with my total bus ticket cost being $121. After my time in Ireland is up, I'll be taking a plane from Dublin to Lisbon, Portugal for $37. Let's add $15 for Ryanair's checked baggage fee, and that brings us up to $52. So right now our total trip cost is $423. So once I'm in the Schengen region of Europe, I'll activate my 3-month-long Eurail pass that I bought for $900 US. It will allow me to use Europe's train system all throughout its 28 countries for 3 straight months. As many trains as I want. Since I want the full experience in Europe, I decided that this would be the best option for me, so I could hop on a train any day I want and just go somewhere new. So after being slightly upset that I couldn't spend more than 90 days in the Schengen region of Europe, I started looking for another country to go to so I wouldn't have to come home earlier than the 6 months that I wanted to be gone. Bali has called to my heart ever since I started watching travel vlogs. It's so beautiful and it's so cheap that I definitely wanted to spend my last 2 months there. Once again, I checked flights from every single country in Europe that I'll be going to Bali to see which was the cheapest, and that happened to be Athens, Greece. I found a flight for $256. Let's just round that up to $300 for taxes and baggage fees. And my Eurail pass will bring me directly to the airport that I need to leave from to get that price. Make sure you check for every single day in that month, as some days will be a lot higher than others. Being flexible with the days that you're traveling will save you so much money in the long run. So right now our total trip cost is $1,623. I plan on getting around Bali by scooter, sorry Dad, and it costs about $20 to get your motor license in Bali. And then I'll be able to rent a scooter for about $50 US a month. So for 2 months in Bali, plus the cost of gas at 60 cents a liter, I'll probably be spending about $250 for all of that in the 2 months that I'm there. So now all I need is a plane ticket home. This is going to be my most expensive plane ticket, as I literally have to get all the way back to the other side of the globe, but I would have had to get home somehow. Really gotta be careful with looking at what day you want to leave, because I also saw some plane tickets in December for $3,000 one way back to New York. Sorry guys, I would be staying in Bali if I was forced to pay that. No way. Absolutely not. So this plane ticket's gonna cost me about $700, and that brings our total trip cost up to $2,573. That's for 4 plane tickets, 4 bus tickets, a Eurail pass, and 2 months of scooter rental usage in Bali. You know how much I spent going to Disney World for 1 week with my ex when I was younger? $2,000. 1 week! I've learned a lot since then. So there you have it, guys. 6 months of transportation to 20 countries for under $3,000. There's a whole world out there just waiting to be seen, and I refuse to spend the rest of my life in one place. I know with the path that I've chosen, I probably won't be super rich anytime soon, but that won't keep me from seeing everything that I want to see. Stay tuned for my next vlog where I talk about all the cheap activities that I found to do in all the countries that I'm going to be visiting. Only 118 days till departure!